My name's Stacey D. Miller. I'm a printmaker and mixed media artist. More than anything, my interest in printmaking drives from the ability to constantly keep myself interested. I want to do something different, and I feel like in printmaking there's so many different processes. Regardless of it still being printmaking, there's something I can do different every time. You have to think about the layers as you lay them. It's like the whole idea with Photoshop. If you could like break them all down into layers and you started with the first one until you get to the end where it builds the picture, you have to think about all of that. It's like I tell people, as awful as it sounds, it's like pretty much I make art where I would be on drugs. I have extreme anxiety, and for me it's like a release. But it's also just like I've said before, a way for me to keep my own sanity. Color's my niche. Like every artist has something they're really, really good at, and I was always told color was my thing. I get to paint, but I like the whole print, like the different effects you can create. I got a phone call from Joinery Belt. I didn't really know how to react. I'm usually like get excited or something like that, but I just kind of went all blank in the face. My friend Brooke was with me, and I know when I got off the phone, she was like, I thought somebody died. And I was very, very honored, very humbled to be nominated for the award, just for the simple fact that past recipients that I know well are 20, 30 years my senior.
Okay, this award recognizes an emerging or established visual artist who has distinguished themselves in their profession during the past year. This year's award goes to Ms. Stacey D. Miller.
My parents actually helped me to be able to have a home studio. It's just kind of cool that I can get out of bed with bedhead and my pajamas and just work all day if I want. Otherwise, I'd have to like look pretty before I go to the studio so I don't scare anybody off if they happen to see me. But yeah, like you can see, the water's just like away from the ink. I take natural elements like leaves or grasses or things like that, and I actually run them through the press to get their impression. For me, that's like a way of capturing nature. I've noticed throughout the years that a tree is like, I don't really know what it means, but it's something that I see that reappears throughout my artwork throughout the years. We'll see what it does. These prints are from my Metaphorical Illusion series. I did a lot of figure drawings from different figure drawing groups that are in Oklahoma City. And I just thought, you know, people play with the whole idea of body language and what does it mean. To me, I look at these figures, what I've drawn, and what they, like, what is the first word that pops in my head, what emotion or what word, you know, comes from basically their pose, their body language. And from that, you get all of these different words throughout. I kind of try to hide them, but I still wanted them to be seen. My Evanescence series totally spurred off of my grandmother. When she passed away, that was my last grandparent that was living. When she passed away, that really like tugged at me. More to do with the person that she was. Not that her and I were exactly alike, but there was things that I could see that I could compare to her, that we were very similar. And when she passed, I knew even before, you know, years that were to come, what effect it would cause. I feel like my work tells a story. I know people tell me a lot of times that I'm a storyteller. I can go on and on and on, you know, I'm going to give you the visuals, everything. Once I took iguana heads and put them on people's bodies and then gave them like octopus legs. I don't know what it was about, but I just like piecing weird things together. We have this idealized thing of how we're supposed to look, how we're supposed to act, everything, and it's all through what is publicized, like mass-produced, that this is what we're supposed to look at. And I've just always thought it was crazy, you know, how many people go get plastic surgery or become bulimic or anorexic. And it's almost subliminal that we don't even realize that we feel that we need to look or act that way, but we see so much of it, it's just ingrained in our head. So I know that I picked these figures, and that's part of the reason I call it Bird Brain Barbie. I don't really understand what the figures are. I know my husband and I talked a really long time about what this series meant to me, because I've only done a few paintings. I just keep doing what I'm doing because art to me is my way of communicating. My biggest goal is to really get my stuff out of state. locally. I've done a lot locally. Haven't done a lot out of state. And after I tackle the out of state, then it's like out of country. Because that's one thing, having the husband I do who supports me to be able to make it where it is a career for me that I can focus on. That's, I guess, the biggest thing, is to just keep getting it somewhere, getting it where it can be seen. But other than that, it's just keep doing what I'm doing.